4 o'clock. Proof of quorum. Everybody's here? Everybody's here. Arnold, Daniel, Mark, Rob.
Yep.
And management is represented with David. Approval of previous minutes.
I make a motion to waive reading of the February 6th minutes as they were sent out with a link to the meeting video to the board members and residents.
We have a motion. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Arnold. In favor of waiving the reading of the minutes?
Aye.
Aye. Danny, you have a problem with it?
No, aye.
Thank you.
No problem.
Unanimously approved. All right. Okay. Next thing is to fill the vacant seat on our board so that we can have a discussion with everybody in check. As we only have one nominee, it makes it easy. But after reading his resume, it makes it real easy for me because he's the only guy that looks like he would want my job. So
no, that's a big no.
I nominate
Big no.
Mitch to fill the void or empty seat. His seat was left vacant when Rose left. It's a 1-year term. He'll have to run next year.
Support.
Okay, so I have a second. Board members in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay, unanimously. So, Mitch, welcome to our board.
Congratulations and condolences.
Yeah. It's only the 4th board I'm on right now, so.
Yeah,
Wow.
president of them all. We can fix that. Okay, the next item is WSV sliding door fixes. To be totally honest, I've been not around the complex the last couple of days. I know they've been working here, but I don't know what they've been working on. Nobody's told me everything is finished. So I do believe, Mitch, did you get them into your place to do?
No, I didn't know. Is there a chain of command through you, or can I talk to them and say, hey, can you come over? Because I'm not sure.
Hey, look, you're on the board
Or
now, so there's no chain of command as far as I'm concerned. All board members have the same amount of power.
Or is it through the management company? I'm not sure.
Somebody's clicking back here a little bit.
Dan, are you logged in twice?
I'm logging the other one. I can't use my cell phone.
All right, I'm gonna remove you.
Good, do that. Thank you.
So I can the guys that are out there in the parking lot say, hey, can you send the plumber, or should we call WSV and tell them to fix the plumbing?
We should probably reach out to WSV, to Misty directly, to make sure that the communication chain is good. Talking to Elvis that's out there today right now.
Yeah.
He's pretty decent, but his English isn't 100%, and it might not go back the right way.
Right. So Ann has been talking with Misty because we sent the check for the 4 windows.
Right. Same person. That's the one.
So we could just call Misty and say, hey, add the plumbing in next time you come or something.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
then my patio door doesn't lock either on one side, so that's probably an easy fix. But
the rear door.
Yeah.
The new door.
Anybody else has that problem or not, but
yep, that's definitely something to mention to them. Punch list items that really haven't been finished yet. Okay.
I just well, we can talk about the other item I had in mind, or do you want to talk about it now?
I don't know if it has something to do with WSV and sliding doors or anything like that.
Who did? Oh yeah, no, it's more to do with the roof.
The roof. Oh no.
What's going on the roof? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Nothing serious. One thing drives me crazy, right above your house there, Rob, your condo.
Yeah.
That one flashing is like 10 degrees slanted. It just not that it changes the roof or anything, but it really looks shoddy. I didn't know if the guys were up there, they could fix that flashing so it's level. Just put that
The
on.
roof's not leaking though, right?
It's not leaking. No.
All right, you can show me, Mitch,
We
when
can
we're
just
at the
look at
parking
them
lot, what you're
sometime, and
talking about.
if the roofing guys come over and say,
Roof is later down on the agenda.
I think,
They're
yeah,
not
I think
coming
we were
over
gonna
there,
talk
but
about roofing a little later.
okay,
I'm gonna
yeah,
have them come
no
in,
problem.
in around, the end of April, May, check out the roof before the hurricane season starts.
Okay, we'll get to roofing. Let's
Okay.
hold up there. All right, so if nobody else wants to talk about,
I'm getting off of this. It's not.
the
okay.
sliding glass doors at this point. So the next thing is the window status. The windows that have been put in, they've gotten 6 units completed, front, back, and everything except for exterior paint. I think the windows look great. Definitely cuts down the noise considerably. And, you know, I think they're in general doing a spectacular job. I'm happy with, you know, everything they've done behind the walls, and, you know, other than being a little messy with the stucco. Some people are, you're probably going to hear, the stucco guys were not the neatest, but they have been spending some time cleaning up their mess. And I really haven't been able to go over it with Patrick directly, but they were a little careless in some areas. But the window work is pretty superb. That said, the rot that we're finding or found in the ones we've opened so far have, I'm being told, of pretty much worst case scenario as far as their worst case scenario. And with now doing all the units, I mean, it started with 4 to 6, and we, you know, clearly had the money to repair all these. Now with the number that we're talking and the repair cost, we're not going to have enough money to finish the project. And I don't know what the shortfall is going to be, because every unit's a little bit different. And I'm still kind of negotiating with Misty right now on the billing on it. So I don't know what the final line is, but with as many as we've worked up to, I mean, basically all the units are getting replaced except for 4, so that's 11 of them, I guess. Yeah, at $4,000 per unit, we're over 40,000, and we didn't really have that much set aside. So somewhere down the line, we're going to be short on money for sure. But we're still negotiating on that. And until we know for sure what the final cost is, we can't figure out how we're going to get the money. I mean, I know we have special assessment, but we need to know what we're assessing for, if I'm correct, right, David? Like,
Yeah.
we can't say we got 10 more windows to replace. It's going to be another 40,000 for 10 more windows. But we don't know that until the windows are done. It might be 30, because they might not be all worst case scenario. The back of the,
I mean, we might be able to borrow from Peter to pay Paul on, if we've got $30,000 in reserve somewhere else, we could probably borrow from that. And then once we have a final number, set up a special assessment and then pay it back with the proceeds. But we pay the vendor.
I definitely want to talk, you know, more, not necessarily today, but with management and whatnot, on how, you know, a special assessment's going to work. Means that, you know, there's several owners that replace the windows and the rot on their own. And, you know, how can we hold them responsible for fixing our rot when they already fixed their rot? So, you know, would it be a full 15 unit or just the units that are getting the windows right now?
We're going to have to ask the attorney.
Yeah. So
I have a sneaking suspicion that whether you fix them yourself or not, you're still liable.
well, let's not get ahead of let's not put the cart ahead of the horse. I just want all the board members to kind of start thinking about that there is a good suspicion that may happen. All right, that was my window update. Oh, all right, yeah, to go a little bit further, the second group of windows, because, you know, people added after the fact. The second group of windows were delivered. I think there's another 6 of them, but they're still waiting on, I guess, another 4 maybe. And they want to, you know, finish the project all at once. So they have a pod in the parking lot with the windows in it until they get the remaining ones to finish the project. Anybody, any questions on that?
There's 6
Window.
windows in the back of the building here by us, so I don't.
I'm sorry, Mitch?
There's 6 windows in the back of the building here too. Not in the pod.
6 windows got delivered that are not in the pod?
Yeah, they're in the back of the building here behind Claire's unit.
Really?
Yeah, they were yesterday. Yeah,
Like I say, I haven't been around a couple days.
yeah. Which
I don't know
not
why
a
they
big
would have
deal. I
gotten
mean,
the
they're buying the
pod and then
windows.
put windows behind the building. But
I think, let me go look once. I think they're over
maybe I got to get out and look around a little bit. Okay, so moving on from the windows, the next thing on the agenda would be the north building roof. The air conditioners on the north building are not anchored to the roof. They're in most cases, placed on stands, and the stands are anchored to 4x4 posts that are just laying on the roof. There's no actual connection to the building. I've had mixed feedback on whether it's code that they have to be anchored to the ground or to the roof or not. But in my thinking, and Danny might be able to help us out here a little bit as the roofer, if those things are up there in a windstorm rattling around on top of the membrane, and some of them being elevated 3 feet off the roof, that's quite a bit of wind resistance. I would think that 4x4 would eventually cause some damage to the membrane. But the AC companies, don't want to anchor the units to the roof because they don't want to penetrate the membrane and void any kind of warranty we may possibly have with it. So again, I was kind of hoping on Danny's input here as the roofer in the group on with these membrane roofs, how should those AC units be anchored down?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Just if you could talk up a little, might help.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a little bit after the fact. Normally, the AC units sit on, not directly onto the, well, they sit on the 4x4 or 4x6, and then there's a slip sheet piece of membrane, like in this situation, a piece of TPO that fits on top of the total membrane. But in this situation, that would be protecting it. And most of the time in those areas where the unit is, if there's a lot of weight, which are really, these units are not big, heavy, then there would be, instead of all this insulation, there'd be wood. Now, the problem in this scenario, we're in a hurricane area, obviously, then they should have been fastened to the deck originally, and then there'd be a pitch pan, basically where the fasteners go through the roof into the deck or even the rafters if possible. Then they'd be like pourable sealer and all this stuff. Well, we're talking major expense here.
As a roofer, what would your recommendation be?
I would be, in this scenario, we've never had one, thank God, blow off the roof. I would just look at when Galway comes up and see what it would cost to make sure that we have like slip sheets underneath it. Because if we go ahead and penetrate the membrane, then we'll have to flash around it, and there's going to be added expense. We can get a cost on it. I mean, it doesn't cost to get an estimate, but I would just leave well enough alone at this point. Because if we go to penetrating the membrane to secure the unit into the deck, we're talking major expense of flashing it. And none of these have been done that way. And if it's going to pick up the AC unit, take it off the roof, these heavy units, the roofing membrane will be destroyed too. And so will our building.
Okay.
You
So
got the point?
Just so everybody knows,
You got it?
on the board, we're referring to only the north building roof. The west building or the other building has a brand new roof that was done properly. And you know, we just had it redone and repitched, and everything was done the way it was supposed to have been done. So it's only because of the work that was done on this building back at right after Ian with the roofer that we had a lot of trouble with, and walked off the job and said they'd sue us if we made them come back. So we don't have a warranty on this roof. So as far as penetrating the membrane, I don't think that's a big issue, but I would definitely want, I'm no roofer, and you know, Danny is, so what Danny says, I think we should probably go with, and we can entertain the idea with,
Again, if the unit, these heavy units were able to be pulled off by a hurricane, the whole membrane will go at the same time anyway.
right
So
now, holding the membrane down, so they're good the way they are.
that's my point.
Okay. So I'm
Except there is one unit up there that is set up higher than the other units, and I don't have any idea why. It can, I don't remember exactly what unit it is on the north building. It's kind of like in the middle.
yeah.
So that's one unit, AC unit, I would look at trying to bring it down lower onto the roof so it won't be able to grab the high wind and pull it off, possibility. The plumber, I believe he might have sent me a picture of it. I'm not sure. If I find it, I'll send it to you.
David?
It may be that one, because the roof stands that are now code are 24 inches tall, and if stuff is mounted below it, it's grandfathered. So another reason why you may want to leave things alone is you go to the county or you try to pull a permit or adjust what you have. Like you go to a roofer, say, hey, I want to fix all these things. They're going to pull a permit, and then you're going to have to replace all of the roof stands, bring them to current code, which is 24 inches off the roof surface. And what that means is every single one of those condensers will have to be removed by crane, set on the ground, put a new stand in, have it inspected, and raised back up again. So what I would say is, you know,
leave it alone.
So we've already agreed to
Leave it
have
alone.
the roofs inspected annually.
mhm.
If we ask them on the inspections to pay special attention to around the AC units for any possible wear, then I guess we're doing the best we can on that, right?
I agree.
We're already inspecting the roofs, so we just have to keep an eye on whether this is going to cause a problem.
Again,
Nobody
if
knows
they
going
blow
to.
off, then the whole roof of membrane's coming off. They're heavy
Exactly.
units, you know? They're not going anywhere.
At this point, you've got grandfathered, inappropriately tied down air condensers up there. If you ask the roofer to tie them down, the roofer's going to pull a permit, and the county's going to get involved. And right now, you're grandfathered. If you try to bring one up to code, they're going to make you bring all of them up to code.
Understood.
Yeah, just leave it alone. Just make sure they don't leak. That's all we need to do.
So, okay, very good.
Okay.
The next item that we need to deal with is just, I don't really know why we need to do this, but pest eliminators, it's something that we've budgeted for. It's in our budget for eliminating the rats by the dumpster. It's a quarterly service. It's an annual fee for a quarterly service. I think we need to renew the contract. Anybody have a problem with renewing the rat?
No, I agree. I thought the same thing. We budgeted for this already, so.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's taking these
As long as
courses
it's
to be
reasonable
on
price, they're doing a
fun
good job.
board.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, they're gonna keep it going.
So we keep that going. That's done. Okay,
Do we need a motion for that to spend that, David?
David,
No.
No, it's budgeted, only if you're gonna change something. And all I would say on top of that is, you know, if they are no longer catching rodents and it's been 6 months since they've caught a rodent, then maybe it's time to discontinue the service.
well,
But if they're still actually catching rats in the damn thing, leave it alone.
so just so we understand, it's a poison that they put out. They're bait boxes. Rats go in, eat the stuff, go away and die. They're not supposed to die here.
You're never gonna know.
Well, what we used to have is you'd go out and you'd lift the lid to the dumpster to put a garbage bag in after dark, and 3 rats would jump out at you. So that's kind of what we're battling here. And I got to say that,
640 is cheap for that.
yeah, I have, yes, as far as I'm concerned, rats are not my.
$50 a year.
So the last item on the agenda, which I don't know, the way I understand these agendas, it's supposed to be a fixed item to talk about, but it says discussion. So I guess our secretary wants to have a discussion and
Yes, I sent the board a list of items that Arnold and I went through, and we would like to get authorization from the board to pay. Do you need me to bring that up on screen so that everybody can see that? I did email that out to you today.
you can, I mean, I have it in front of me. As far as I'm concerned, and I've kind of stayed out of these whole things, you know, throughout the reimbursement process. And most of these, well, several of these invoices that we're approving or looking to approve are mine. So, you know, that said,
Can everyone see the list on my screen?
yeah, yep, we can. That said, you know, it was money that was allotted for these purposes, and I have absolutely no problem, you know, sending the money out. You and Arnie have really kept track of it. So long as we're not paying somebody twice, if you're confident in the numbers, then as far as I am concerned, they're approved. Again, it's budgeted money that we, you know, was set aside for this purpose. We agreed.
Right.
We agreed on it when we set the numbers that we were reimbursing. So.
Yeah, these are all pulled from that same sheet that was approved, so.
All right, very good.
I
No
gotta
issues.
say, yeah, I gotta say that, you know, the vanity cover for my vanity that's there, says no invoice. I never received one. So if you got one, it must have come directly from Misty to the association somehow.
It went straight to Palmer. It passed me by.
I thought we had already had one a month or so ago that was for a vanity and a top.
This is that one. It still hasn't. It's from January. It still hasn't been paid.
Oh, okay. That explains it then. Then, I mean, if we need a motion, I don't think we need to motion and vote. Again, it's a budgeted item. Unless somebody's got an issue with it. If you guys think the numbers are right, let's write the checks.
Okay. The other discussion is Diane did join us. Hi, Diane.
Hello.
And I'd like to introduce you guys to Scott, our newest owner. Scott, can you introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
For sure. Hello, I'm glad to be here. My name is Scott Hitchcock, and my wife, Erin Lucas, was not able to join. She's traveling today, but we are scheduled to close on Unit 42 on Monday. And
Congratulations.
Scott,
thank
welcome
you.
to the community.
Neighbor. You're my
Thank you.
neighbor, Scott.
Yep,
Scott, you're my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
I'm Danny.
Okay. Hi, Danny.
And Scott,
Yeah,
you're my neighbor too. We have Unit 43 right next door,
Okay.
and we rent that, but we're in Unit 50, but 43 is a rental. So if you ever have any issues, just let us know.
All right. Good to know. Yeah, We were just there in the month of February. We rented out, I think, Mark and Jennifer's place. It's our second time down there over the last few years, and we just loved it so much. And we saw that there was a unit up for sale, and we were like, why not? So.
And I'll say this, Nancy did just a spectacular job remodeling. She spared, as far as I'm concerned, she spared no expense. So that place was certainly move-in ready. It's just beautiful.
Beautiful place. Beautiful place.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be down there again, but I know that Erin's going to be down there in April. She's going to be down there with a friend of hers and our son, and going to start furnishing and doing some painting and making it home ready.
All right. That is wonderful. Again, welcome to our community.
Thank you very much.
All right. Anybody else? Diane, you want to add anything to this meeting before we close it up?
I was just seeing my name there, Unit 52, for one of those amounts for the reimbursement, 1,500 and something.
Okay.
I didn't seem to get an invoice regarding.
Well, it might not be going to you. It might be going to WSV.
That's why it says no invoice on file. WSV got a little bit lazy and started sending the invoices straight to Palmer without CCing the board.
Right.
So it's a covered expense. It's not something that, unless you've already paid WSV for this, which you probably haven't because nobody's seen the invoice. They just sent.
I had 3 amounts that I paid them. I would have to look back in my papers.
Yeah, you would. Okay. Well, with no further ado.
Motion to adjourn.
Well, we got to set next meeting first.
Oh, for next meeting would be March 6th.
Oh, well, that's today.
Oh. Well, I'm looking at my old
April 3rd.
April 3rd. Is that going to mess with
That's Good Friday though, right?
I mean, at this point, we don't have a lot to go on.
Do we need
if it is Good Friday, I have no problem pushing it to the next Friday,
April 10?
giving us an extra week. So say April 10th at 4.
Excellent. 4:27, motion to adjourn.
Second?
Third.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all once again. We'll be in touch.